Hello, I'm Brian with Alpha Training, and I'd like to take a moment to talk about your Y drive. Because the Y drive is a place for you to put your digital stuff, what you may not realize is that a lot of personal files are stored on your Y drive that you may not even know of. That fancy phone Alpha bought you, it's one amazing device. It can take pictures, play music, record movies, tell you the weather, and believe it or not, it even can be used to make phone calls. But the downside of all these great abilities is that the moments of your life that it captures have to live somewhere. This is where the Y drive enters our story. If you have ever connected your phone to your laptop, it most likely performed an act we in the computer industry like to call synchronization. This is where all the stuff on your phone gets backed up to your laptop. For some of us, the backups actually move beyond the local laptop and make their way to the company file servers. File servers are fancy computers scattered all over the corporate landscape. All of these pictures and videos of birthday parties, vacations, weddings, along with music and movies, add up to lots of used space on these file servers. The more data that has to be stored and managed, the slower those servers tend to run. This is why the IT department will be conducting a detailed review of everyone's Y drives. The goal of this review is to have all of these personal files removed from the file servers by October 31st. This will ensure peak performance for business-critical needs. So how can you capture these files before the big purge? Easy. There are several options for preserving those priceless moments of your life. One method is to move them from the Y drive to a more local location, such as your desktop. The desktop on your computer is what we call local storage and does not impact the network file servers. By moving the data from the network to your desktop, you can still have immediate access to the files, but without the network overhead. Another option, and this is my personal favorite, is to save these files to a form of external storage, like a USB flash drive. Flash drives are relatively inexpensive and can store lots of files. If you find that your flash drive just isn't quite up to the task, a slightly more expensive but almost surefire solution is an external USB hard drive. These are readily available anywhere computer supplies are sold and can hold dozens, sometimes hundreds of times the amount of data that flash drives can hold. So where exactly on the Y drive do these files live? Good question. Since the greatest culprit in this story is iTunes, locating the exact location of your iTunes library is essential. To find out where this iTunes library exists, perform the following steps. Launch iTunes, click the icon in the upper left corner of the screen and select Preferences. Select the Advanced category at the top and look for the field labeled iTunes Media Folder Location. This is where most of your stuff is stored. Now we need to open that folder to get to the files. Since we already have the location advertised in the open dialog box, one method is to highlight the drive and folder location and press Ctrl-C on your keyboard. Now click the Start button in the bottom left of the screen and press Ctrl-V on your keyboard and then press the Enter key. We are now looking at all of the folders that store our precious files, like music, movies, downloads, etc. If you have any questions about the proper way to move these files to a safe location, don't hesitate to call the help desk or submit a support ticket for assistance. One last thing to look for. If you just want to scan the Y drive for specific types of files, like pictures or music, open Windows Explorer. Clicking the computer icon on your desktop is one way to do this. And look for the search box in the upper right corner of the window. If you want to search for pictures, just type .jpg in the search box. JPEG is the most common format for iPhone and digital camera pictures. Some other types of files you can search for include .mp3 for music and .mp4 for movies. If the files you think you should have are not showing up, they may be of a different file type or in a location different from what I've mentioned. We in the IT department don't want you to lose any of those priceless moments. If you need assistance with either locating or moving your files, the best way to obtain help is through the IT self-service portal located on AlphaNet. Click the IT self-service button located at the top right corner of AlphaNet. From here, click the Open a New Ticket icon and fill in as much detail as possible. This will enable IT Client Services Support Desk to provide you the help you need in the fastest time possible. Remember, October 31st is the cutoff day, so don't procrastinate. Now go out and save those files.